2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Black 80!
Check 41. You must be dreaming.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Xavier Grimble, 46 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26 Mike. He can't
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 1st down, it's Watson. That's complete, right around the 8. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And now out comes Houston. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then it curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run on first down. Connor trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Here's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. 3rd down here.
Sponge. No. Snickers, now spin. Watch the pass. Double bump. Topper. 41. We've got to wedge that out.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Bang.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you.
Roethlisberger to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not back. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Steelers have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? You go with the bigger guy to try and use size. You can't go with the quicker guy.
Touchdown, Houston! DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Brandon Dunn busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And a reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. But at this point...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Steelers are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Reset. 19. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final minute. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Start! Black 20! Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Brilliant. Go. Watch 98. Watch 98.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready? Block 80. Black and turn.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Conner. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and throwing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
77.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mike, set. 19. 55. Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Watson on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Texans.
Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, it's Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case,